One of my favorite reasons to do a recording for our channel is when we get to talk to a customer. And today is one of those treats where I'm hanging out with the folks from Finsolutia who've been a Zuplo customer for a little while now and have been doing some interesting stuff with MCP. And I want to have them come and talk to us, talk to you about it. So we're joined today by Bruno and Miguel. Hey, folks.
Hi, guys.
All right.
And I would love it if you can introduce yourselves. Just tell us a tiny bit about what you do, what your role is at Finsolutia.
Okay, so here, Bruno Câmara. I joined Finsolutia in April of 2024. My current role is I am the lead software engineer inside the platform engineering team, which is responsible for many hats. Zuplo is one of them on the API gateway.
Yeah. So I'm Miguel Madeira. I'm the co-founder of Finsolutia and the CTO. Finsolutia is a servicing company actually that born like in 2007. Sorry. So we have about 18 years old. Since then, we have been dedicated to develop a platform to manage a mortgage loan, an end-to-end journey. Okay, so 18 years later, we have already a product that allow our customers to originate a loan application, convert that loan application into a loan, manage the entire life cycle of that loan, and at the end of the day, if that loan comes into default, we have tools in our platform that allows to negotiate, go to foreclosure, and at the end of the day, we can keep the property, which is the collateral of the mortgage, and everything start all over again. So right now we are about 400 people in offices in Lisbon, Oporto, and Madrid. So we are like Iberian company, but today we provide our platform for our clients all over the Europe. So we have already operations in Portugal, Spain, clients in France, in UK, and we are now expanding to other geographies. Finsolutia is now part of Pollen Street Capital. It's a portfolio strip capital company from the portfolio of Pollen Street Capital. And taking advantage of all the network of Pollen Street Capital around Europe and US as well, we are now trying to expand our technology to new clients and to new markets.
Awesome. Really interesting customer. It's been great working with you folks. So you've been using Zuplo, the core API management product for a little while now. Do you mind describing to the audience, just fairly briefly, like what it is you do with Zuplo? Why did you decide to adopt this product? What is it doing for you?
Yeah, so Zuplo is our API gateway, and we did with Zuplo what we did every time that we need to adopt a new product inside the company. So we did a POC and confronted Zuplo against other players from the Gartner Magic Quadrant. And Zuplo was definitely the winner in that field of API gateway and providing developer portals to our customers. That's what Zuplo excels, and we are very happy to be a customer of Zuplo since I think it's the beginning of the year, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, so basically it's the way that we expose our APIs there to our customers when we need to expose externally to our customers. Okay, so and developer portals is also even with Zudoku, the new portal tool, developer portal tool, it's phenomenal, and we are very happy to be with the work that you are doing, guys.
That's awesome. And so you're doing things like auth on Zuplo, rate limiting, all of that kind of core, trying to have a Stripe quality experience for your customers, right?
Exactly. So anything that Zuplo provides out of the box, rate limiting, cache, we are preferring to authenticate using API keys. That's the way that we are authenticating with our B2B customers. It's not B2C, so we are using API keys, but all of the policies that are there, we are using most of them, and that's the way we built on top of our REST APIs that are exposed just internally, and we are even using tunnels from Zuplo. So that's the way that we are using Zuplo. Yeah.
So you're using our managed edge product. You're very distributed. You're using the secure tunnels to connect into is that a private data center or running on hyperscalers?
No, it's private. It's a private data center that we have, and we are hosted. And that's why we use a secure tunnel between the managed API gateway that runs, if I'm not wrong, in Cloudflare, I don't know, but it's the way that we use Zuplo. So internally, we have a tunnel that communicates with the managed API gateway Zuplo.
Perfect. Okay, so you've been running with that for most of this year. And then recently, actually, the only way I found out about this was on LinkedIn, that you folks were launching an MCP server. And I believe you tried our MCP service. And tell us, how was the experience? What were you trying to do? Tell us about your scenario around AI and MCP that you were trying to fulfill.
Yeah, it was very funny because since MCP was launched by Anthropic in November of 2024, we are watching, but not doing something about it. Okay. But on late May, we decided, okay, it's time to do something about it. Not because our customers are asking, to be honest, but because all the community is adopting MCP servers. All the major players are adopting MCP servers. And so we wanted to try, okay, if you want to expose one of our systems, ABIC, which is our software as a service for credit brokers, if you want to expose these as an MCP server to allow, for example, a user to be in one of the popular apps like Claude Desktop or ChatGPT to interact with our system using natural language and using an LLM, what is the effort? Okay, and so we decided to look seriously into this in late May. And the funny thing is that I think Zuplo announced the capability to expose any API inside Zuplo as an MCP server in June. And so we said, well, perfect timing. Why not do this at the Zuplo level, at the API gateway level, which makes totally sense. If you want, our approach, by the way, is to, okay, let's wrap our REST APIs with something that translates MCP calls into REST calls or into API calls. And that's exactly what Zuplo was announcing by that time, and said, no, perfect time. Let's try it. And to be honest, I think we could have MCP server up and running in, I don't know, one day or something like that. Just experimenting and start to see how it works inside Claude Desktop, and said, man, there's no other way that we can adopt this MCP thing.
And the good thing, I think I can add some notes here. And the good thing is that we don't even need to touch a single line of code on our APIs, so it's just like a plug and play, you plug and it works. And actually the results was really surprised for us, because in a couple of hours actually of work we got a really good result. So actually we are now including our MCP demo in every session that we do to our portfolio companies and to our clients as well. So and everybody says it causes a really wow effect. Okay, right now.
This is awesome for us to hear. That was very much the experience we were trying to build. We put a lot of thought into the MCP server and how it would work, and that you wouldn't have to write code, and that we do our best to dynamically generate your MCP server endpoint based on your open API doc. So it's really, it's great to hear that. And you didn't reach out to us. You didn't ask for any support. You just got this done in a few hours. So that's fantastic. Bruno, I think you mentioned you might have a little demo of this MCP server. Let's make it real. Is there anything you can show us about this thing, someone talking to your APIs via an LLM?
So basically what I'm showing here is, okay, Claude Desktop, where it's configured to use our MCP server ABIC. Okay, for ABIC. And then we have all the tools and all the tools, all the endpoints that are exposed as an MCP tool. Okay, so we control what we select, but yeah, basically it's Claude Desktop just configured to talk with the connector, which is our MCP server for ABIC. And so I can start interacting, for example, simulate a mortgage loan of 500K to pay in I don't know, 30 years with a spread of 0.8%. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the first interaction. So the interesting part is that without providing anything besides what is on the documentation on an open API spec. So Claude decides, okay, I have an endpoint here that it seems that does a simulation. Okay, I'm going to allow once, so it's giving permission. I'm running in an attended way. Okay, very good.
Awesome. Wow. So that just invoked your API.
Exactly. Another interesting part is that we don't want, if we adopt this as in a global scale with our users interacting in this way, what we want is that people don't need to write them a lot of things. So let me just again create a lead for this loan for Josh, and let's see. Okay, and so basically it's creating a lead related with this loan for you, Josh. Okay, and so it decides, okay, what I need to call to be in a position that I'm able to create a lead. And so it starts to inspecting some endpoints. So
this is really complex because for you to create a lead, you need to create a lead for one specific mortgage broker, and that mortgage broker needs to belong to a mortgage club, which means that there's a lot of endpoints in the middle that that needs to be invoked, like which network of brokers do you belong to, what is your club, so all of these they assume and they get the defaults, well, they select the exact network and clubs to associate the lead, okay, which is amazing.
Here we go. Yeah, this is one of my favorite examples actually that I've seen of like a real life scenario using MCP, using LLMs, and sort of the power that connectivity is bringing. So yeah, it's really exciting. Sorry, Bruno, I think you were going to say something and I spoke over you.
Basically, so the LLM decided, oh, to be able to complete this operation, I need some more data, and he asked me for your email address, the purpose. Okay, here we go. Lead create. Once. Okay, so you have created a lead for you, Josh.
So it's interesting because there are a lot of information that is mandatory to create a lead that Bruno does not provide to the API, but the LLM gets defaults on those fields. Okay, and that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh, if you want to buy this house, you need to pay this.
Your installment
as estimated. Exactly.
It's out of my budget, I'm afraid. So, but guys, this was awesome. I want to thank you for taking the time to come and chat with us today and show us the demo of this. We have much more coming in the MCP space from Zuplo. Actually, watch this space soon. At the time of recording, we will be very soon launching our MCP gateway, which is a new type of gateway to help you manage your external connections to MCP services. So, you know, at Zuplo, for example, we use Stripe as our payments processor, and I like to use the Stripe MCP server, but my co-founder, Nate, is very security conscious and doesn't like me to use that because he's scared I'm going to delete a customer or charge them or do something accidental. Like everybody heard about the story with Replit and the production database getting deleted. So our MCP gateway is a way that you can create virtual MCPs for your internal organization and manage which tools are available, run security tools like prompt injection and toxic content and PII detection, etc., and do all of this in a much more secure, much more safe and managed way. But if you want to try what Bruno and Miguel were showing today, you can sign up for Zuplo at zuplo.com for free. Take your open API doc, import it, add an MCP server, and you're done in a couple of hours, just like these folks were. Thanks, Miguel. Thanks, Bruno. Really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today.